Hi, hello everybody. I'm sleepiesther, also known as Esther. I run this game a lot. I love Shadow Generations. And before we get into the run, actually, I'd like to ask about the skin bid war.
Yes, the skin bid war did end up being won by Terios, so congratulations, Terios fans.
Okay, so we'll be on Terios. We'll be keeping my reservations about that skin to myself. And for the language Twitch poll, it was Japanese, correct?
That's right.
Yep. Okay. And
the best language.
So that's all set for all of the donation, all the bid wars and the polls. Thank you to everyone who donated to that bid war. It's going to an amazing cause. This is the Tario skin. Say hi. So this category is all stages wings, essentially going through all the stages in a file that's beaten the game so that we can use this power up called the Doom Wings. Essentially, you get 50 rings, sorry. It's very easy to confuse them. But yeah, you get 50 rings, give Shadow a headache, and he gets wings, lets you fly around, lets you boost a lot. So basically like Super Sonic, because Sonic has the Chaos Emerald, so we get this instead. So I will be throwing to my amazing commentators. First off, Lily, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I am Lilypad. I'm also a fellow all-stage Wings runner. I really like this game. It's a lot of fun. Wings are really cool. Now that I'm done talking about how cool Wings are, hey Layla, how are you today?
Hi, my name is Layla. I paused my Silk song to be here, and it is 5:40 a.m. I am a Celeste runner, and I also run this game. I had some good accomplishments in the No Wings version of this run, so I like this game a lot. It is very good. I'm so tired. Ray, talk about yourself.
Hi, I'm Ray. I speedrun Sonic Frontiers and sometimes this game, IRL's not full game. Full game is scary. My only contribution to this entire game is the naming of the main speed tag. So, yeah, wow.
Yep.
You've saved us from a much darker future.
It's true.
All right, are we ready to start the run?
I believe we are.
All right, so time will start in 3, 2, 1, go. And this first level is already chaotic, so I'm going to throw it to my commentators while I focus.
Hello! Alright, so we're going to talk about the fun fundamentals of this this speed game. You're going to be seeing us throwing Chaos Spheres a ton. One of the fun things about this game is sphere gliding, which was named by Ray, who is also over here. Hello, Ray. The main thing with sphere gliding, is we're trying to reduce the air drag whenever Shadow goes in the air, so we can go farther distance like that, just that alone. You're going to be seeing it all over the place. There's all sorts of stuff, and we're going to be combining it with wings shortly as well. But enough about spear gliding already. We're going into the next big trick of the game already. This trick right here, this game has another funny issue. Automation. We tend to break out. Ooh, good job getting that first try.
Oh my god.
We tend to break automation pretty heavily in this game.
Yeah.
That is so hype.
That trick
Look at Shadow go.
Yeah.
We're zooming.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
No way.
No
way.
That is called a fling. Essentially, this game has a lot of automated sequences with like dash pads or loops, and it doesn't laugh when you break them. So when you break them in certain ways, you just go zoom. I don't know why, you just go zoom. So in that case, we literally just went backwards, and the game doesn't expect you to go in that area twice, so you go zoom. That was a specific fling called Fatherless, because we would normally say hi to Shadow's dad at that point, but we can just skip right past it, because it's a relatively boring section where you just kind of go forward, but we don't need to play it. And now we're on to the first 2D level of the game. Each level of this game has 2 acts, Act 1 and Act 2. For every level except the last one, Act 1 is 3D and Act 2 is 2D. And the 2D levels, they're pretty similar to the 3D ones in general control. Spear gliding is very important still. But what you'll see here is one of the applications of a very important trick in this game called wing tech. Essentially, you can combine spear gliding with starting a boost with wings, because wings lets you boost infinitely in the air, and each boost gives you a slight amount of height. But because you have wings, you can just keep going and going and going and go higher and higher and higher, which lets you get on top of that loop. The game doesn't think you should be up there, puts you in 3D control, and you can go out of bounds. How 2D works in this game is essentially the 2D levels are covered in a 2D trigger, which will foreshadow into 2D movement, but if you go above it or around it somehow, you're in 3D. Don't know why it's like that. There's a reason for it to be like that. The only reason it's like that is because it was a carryover from Frontiers, I think.
Yes.
This game is a lot like Sonic Frontiers under the hood, even if it doesn't feel like it when you're playing it. This is basically just Sonic Frontiers 2 under the hood. So if you know about Frontiers, you'll probably recognize a lot of the stuff we do here, even if it has different applications in this game. And yeah, so that's wing teching for height, which you'll be seeing another application of here. One thing I'd like to note is Shadow's ability Chaos Control. This pauses the in-game timer as well as pausing other stuff in the world, but that's not really important for us. We don't really care about in-game time. What we do care about is the fact that it fully replenishes our boost gauge, and since wing teching is based on our boost gauge, fully replenishing it lets us double the length we can wing tech for, so we just go flying. And now I'm going to head into Rail Canyon Act 1. I do want to note I will be doing this in story order. This category does let you pick the order of the levels, but I think for a marathon, story order is the most interesting order. So yeah, I will throw this one to my commentators because, again, I need to focus for this one. We got a big skip coming up.
Yeah, upcoming.
I mean, there's never a point where we don't have a big skip coming up, you know?
Yeah, this game is pretty fast-paced. So coming up, we're going to do a really fun trick where normally in this level, you're supposed to continue through it, and Black Doom comes out, says, "Hi, Shadow," and then turns everything into Radical Highway. It's really cool.
Shadow.
However,
it's his fun game level.
What we're going to end up doing is we're going to go underneath the level. Small thing right here that's going for, whenever you're going down rails, Shadow goes faster as you're side flipping through them. So we're going to side flip a couple times and then carry that speed off there with a bunch of Chaos Spheres. And we're setting up for the trick to go under our headway now.
It's coming up right now. Something I would like to mention about this category is because it's on a post-game file, you get to have whatever music you like, so we get to have lovely Bingo Highway playing.
It's so good.
Right.
It is very
There'd normally be a trigger here that locks you into the cutscene, but you can just jump over it.
Yep.
Like, it's literally just as easy as jumping over it.
Yeah, you in Wings, you actually have to you don't have to play the level. You can just fly under it. This part of the level is actually quite infamous just in general full game, especially any percent in the no wings category, because there's this very, very difficult, I believe it's frame rate / refresh rate dependent trick, where you have to get a very precise jump. Sometimes the game just doesn't let you do it. It's depending on your CPU, whatever, so on and so forth. But this is,
do we have it?
Oh, we do it! We have it! Oh my god!
Kind of scared me a little bit with that one, but that was really cool.
Scary,
that was
oh
very
my
well
goodness.
done.
Oh
Hold
my
it
god.
off.
Yeah.
That trick is very mean. If you fail that trick and accidentally die, there are no checkpoints for the majority of that trick, so you go back way too far.
I grabbed a checkpoint on the way for safety's sake, but in a normal run, you would not grab that checkpoint and you would go all the way to the end of the level. You also don't grab a checkpoint after the trick either, so any death sends you to the start. It's like a 2-minute death.
Yeah.
And now we're going on to the infamous Rail Canyon 2.
Before that, I just want to shout out that we're only about 500 away from $45,000. So if you are enjoying this run, please donate right now! Exclamation mark donate in chat.
Could I have the floor for this one?
Yes.
Yes.
This is my baby. I love this trick so much. So we've done a couple of flings already. You're very familiar with it, but this is the standard one. This is the one that is the run killer. We all hate this. We affectionately call it RC2 fling. I think this is a really cool fling. So basically, later on in the stage, very soon, Shadow will be entering a tunnel that forces him into automation, and we essentially jump into that automation when we are not supposed to, And by going deeper into the cave where you're actually supposed to turn, Shadow will be flung up into the air in a pinch point, just like that. Generally, you want to be a little bit lower than this, but this is perfectly recoverable. This is just the absolute insane thing that you can do. And Esther skips the rest of the rail because she has wings, because she's just that cool. This skip is so goddamn cool. It's so cool.
It's scary because you can't go past the end of the level and just get soft locked behind the goal ring. It's the funniest thing ever.
Now there's an invisible wall right behind the goal ring. It's
very insulting. It's happened to me a couple times. I hate it. And now we're heading on to BioLizard. There's not really much to say about this. This is very much a big tone change from the rest of the run. Lots of waiting. A lot of the bosses have a lot of waiting in them. So
there's a little bit of optimization.
There's a little bit of optimization. But I'm going to throw it over to Satan. I think we have some time for donations.
Yeah, we've got time for all sorts of stuff. First of all, if you've missed those bid wars, we've got a new one open for you. Leon, costume choice for the Resident Evil 4 remake run that is coming up right after this. It is casual versus hero. So if you'd like to donate to that, that is open right now. But remember, we are still focusing on our Save the Dog incentive, which is at 1,185 out of the 3,000 that we need. And that closes only 15 minutes into Resident Evil 4. We do not have that whole run. We only have a little bit. So Shadow Gang, Sonic Gang, you are who we are depending on. Please help us save the world and save the dog by donating towards Malala Fund and applying that donation or that incentive when you donate. We've also got $50 from Courtney Rail, who says, so there's a comic crossover between the Sonic crossover and DC right now, and the Joker meets Shadow and calls him an edgy hedgy, which is now my favorite nickname for him, along with Emo Hog. So, go edgy hedgy. Go sleepy, go women, go femmes, go femdems, go frame fatales. I could not agree with you more. That energy is required.
I need to go read that comic at some point. I've been seeing screenshots of it online, but I haven't read the whole thing.
Chat, if you would like to, please donate with your favorite Shadow the Hedgehog nickname. What do you call him when you think about him late at night? I didn't say anything. Donate, please.
Me too.
I killed all of Couch. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Understandable.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god, Layla.
I'm too tired for this. I'm too tired for this, man.
We've got about another 1 or 2 donations left.
Yeah, I think one.
Beautiful. We've got $25 from Kyrie, who says, good luck on the run, Esther. Shadow is the coolest, and anyone who says otherwise clearly hasn't met him. That's true.
Yo,
that is so true. Thank you, Kyrie.
Hi, Kyrie. Hi, Kyrie. Hi, Kyrie. See you soon.
Chat, y'all gotta donate towards Malala Fund, and you have to donate to save the dog. We need to save the dog. Shadow the Hedgehog needs to come in and save the dog. We still have quite a bit left to go on that, so please, let's hit $45,000 during this run. For what I just said that was so heinous on stream, you have to reward me. Please. Please, chat. Donate towards Malala Fund.
I've got the hiccups. No, how can I commentate like this?
Sleep deprived.
I'm taking swings for you, chat.
I can't work in these conditions.
You have to deal with it. Don't worry.
And now it's time for Kingdom Valley Act 1, also known as the best level in the game.
You're a Wings Runner. You're a Wings Runner.
I disagree, and I'm a Wings Runner, and I disagree. I have my favorite stage, and I want to go off for that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is Kingdom Valley 1. This stage is extremely open. It's really fun for wings because, as we're going to see coming up, we're going to end up popping wings pretty early. There's this really giant open space, so we're going to get wings right here.
Oh, nice. That was an example of a trick called Inkster Wings. Essentially, if you hit a dash pad or a spring on the same frame or 2 frames that you activate wings, I'm not sure what the exact timing is, but it's a very tight time frame. You can cancel the little headache animation and just immediately go resuming, so it saves about 1.5 seconds. And this is the introduction of Doomsurf. Shadow has a manta ray on his feet, don't ask. And what we want to do here, essentially, every time you land in the water, you can start a boost. And if you either spin to the left or right or jump, you can maintain that speed. So essentially, we just maintain the boost speed for a lot longer than intended.
What's funny about that is because of that, you get the boost at the very start of the surf. So that diminishes over time. So sometimes it's just optimal to cancel your own surf and just hit your head into walls. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? What is happening here?
Okay.
Whoa. That's never happened before.
Speaking of standing on walls, do you guys like Sonic Frontiers? Hold on.
Yes, I love Sonic Frontiers.
We affectionately call.
We just go up. We just boost up.
We affectionately call that getting frontiers.
Yeah, Shadow likes to stick the surfaces a lot in this game. It's very funny, but we can use it for doing silly tricks like that to cling onto that.
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, that got a little scary. We can cling onto that, fling up there, and do a little bit of this skip. Right here, we're gonna do the next really big, cool skip that Wings can do.
This is the coolest wing skip in the game. Oh my god!
We go off that red ring.
We go
off that red ring, which gives us a ton of speed, and we're just gonna keep chaos spearing and wing teching to maintain some height. We're gonna use the chaos control right here to get our boost back. We're gonna keep wing teching and wing teching and wing teching, and give us.
This is so scary. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You took it safe. Oh my god. That is always so scary to me. That's always so scary to me. Esther. Whoa.
I didn't get the boost. And I didn't get the chaos control. I need to go back and grab that. Doomsurf is a pain. I'm gonna be so honest with you. You can tell if somebody's a speedrunner of this game or not, because if they aren't a speedrunner, they'll be like, oh yeah, Doomsurf was alright. If they are a speedrunner, they will tell you about the horrors of that manta ray.
Okay, I'm a speedrunner and I think Doomsurf's pretty cool.
I'm not a speedrunner and I have struggled with Doom Ray so much. We are not
just wait until you get to Doom Morph.
Right here, we just did another rail launch where we keep some speed from going downwards on a rail, and we just wing tech and carry it all the way to the end of the level. Just some neat, funny rail things in this game.
Something about wing teching is that normally when you're spear gliding, the devs kind of realized that the lack of deceleration was a problem, so they made it so that Shadow doesn't have terminal velocity when he's spearing, so he just keeps falling and falling faster and faster. But when you wing tech, every air boost resets your falling speed, so it lets you go so much further than you could otherwise.
I just want to mention, this is probably, as someone who values a lot of movement in her speed games, this is the most movement-dense and interesting level in the entire game. And the in No Wings, the insulting thing about this is that you don't play the game.
Yeah, you just go to this loop and get uppies.
This is one of my favorites. So we're gonna take this launch off of this loop because there's supposed to be some automation that kind of does a really cool little like loop and an outside thing. It's a really cool little gimmick. But you get flung in the air with a ton of speed. We carry that for a little bit, and then we just straight on fly to the end level. So
we're good.
Donations are flying as well, so if y'all are ready, I've got Shadow Dip game nicknames and updates.
They're flying.
Nice.
We have time for donations. The next level is the next level's a bit dull too. It's the only dull level of the run. It's okay. So we have time for donations. We got like 3 minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna just launch right into it because we've got Shadow nicknames. Continue sending them in chat because we are still only about 500 away, but we are moving. I'm seeing movement going on Save the Dog. We are 1,250 away from that 3,000, and we are still a little bit under 500 away from 45K. So let's keep that coming. We've got $10 from Dolphin Chucks, who says Shadow's real name is clearly Shidu the Hedgehog. There is no other name? Shidu the Hedgehog? Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
We also have $5 from Evelyn, who says, I love Shadow the Edgy Hedgy. He's the coolest and the awesomest.
Hi, Evelyn.
Hi, Evelyn.
Hi, Evelyn. Hi, Evelyn.
We've got $10 from Manager, who says, let's go, Esther, break this game to pieces and go fast.
Yo, hi, Manny. Hello.
That's my guy.
That's my coach.
That's my guy.
It's your manager.
He's the manager.
Oh, and I meant to say, by the way, 1,200, 500 out of the 3,000. We still are about 41% into that. So can we get halfway on that incentive by the end of this run? I know we can. Sonic fans, I know you've got this. Shadow fans, especially, I know you've got this. We've got $50 from Anonymous, who says, I call Shadow my pookie wookie ookie boy.
They're so real for that. They're so real for that.
Yeah,
He's baby girl.
that is
He is
true.
baby girl. That's really true. That's very true. If you agree that Shadow is baby girl, please donate
Yes, absolutely.
towards that
donate
Save
to
the
show
Dog
your
incentive.
agreement.
Yes.
Donate to show your agreement to Shadow the Hedgehog.
All right,
We got
one more donation.
$5 from the Good Groove, who says, I have a Shadow the Hedgehog plushie that I sleep with every night. He is my cuddle buddy. Aw, that's cute.
Oh, that's
Whoa!
I have one too, actually. Shadow plushies are great.
So
If
did
by
that happen
shadow
again?
plushie you mean Blahaj.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Who's cooler, Blahaj or Shadow? Can we hear
Why
about
not
that in
both?
your donation
Why not
comments?
both?
Yeah, why not both?
Porque no los
Oh,
dos.
or both,
Porque no
or
los dos.
both. You know what? You're
Can I get a
right.
third one in? Can I get a third one in? Can I
Oh.
do cinema roll?
Sure.
Oh
Yeah.
no, Cinnamoroll is me. Oh my god.
All right.
Which fictional
Right.
character could possibly be cooler than Shadow? Please tell me in your donation comments. I want to see that. I want to see that
I feel like
$45,000 towards Malala Fund.
I feel like Leon S. Kennedy is pretty close, and I mean,
Yeah.
you know, if you want to see
Leon's
Leon
pretty
content, you should
cool.
watch the next run.
That's
something I would
right.
like to say, this section involves a lot of automated tubes. We skip the other ones, but we can't skip these ones. So I'm just gonna hold boost with my pinky while I go do something else real quick.
Minecraft players be like pinkies of steel.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's just
Hold boost.
yeah. There's
I play No Wings. I play No Wings. This is alien to me.
Yeah, normally you would have to like dodge the objective, dodge the spikes or whatever, but we have wings, so we can just go through them because as this is a super form equivalent, yeah, it just gives you invincibility. We just go. Like, there's really nothing I can say here. There is a way we could skip this, but it's incredibly difficult and not marathon safe at all. So no, thank you.
I love zoomies.
Yay, zoomies.
I have some
Fun
really
fact-
interesting donations in here. When did this
75
happen?
FPS used to be optimal for this level, but
Oh
yeah,
my,
interesting
75.
donations.
Yeah, I have some interesting ones back here. We got $25 from LilyPad6199, who says,
Wonder who
hi,
that
y'all.
is.
It's a huge honor to be here commentating this run with some of my favorite people. This game is absolutely amazing, and I've met some truly amazing people while learning this game, and I'm extremely happy to be involved with the Speed Game. Shout out to Sonic X Shadow Gen's Discord server, and shout out to my incredible friends who are watching from home. I wouldn't be here without them. Love y'all. Even if the world chooses to become my enemy, I'll fight like I always have.
I wonder who that could be.
I wonder who that. I wonder who
Can I also
that
take the
is.
stage for 4 more seconds and be like, this is the best level in the game, and I will take no other options? Anyway, that's all I got. Continue.
Well, I think I have another interesting one. We got
Yeah?
$5 from sleepiesther, who says, my favorite
Oh.
Shadow quote is, if the world chooses to become my enemy, I will fight like I always have. I think we have some similar shots.
Sleepy
I
Esther.
cheated
Sleepy Esther. I
off my
think.
homework.
Wait.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
think it's
Sleepy
her.
Esther.
When did she donate,
They kinda
actually?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Like a bit of a shadow nerd, you know? Like I don't know,
just
kind of-
maybe. I
Yeah.
think you should follow in her footsteps and donate with your favorite shadow quote. I think that might
I
be a good
agree.
idea.
That would be really
I
cool.
agree.
We're only about $200 away from that midpoint on the Save the Dog incentive. So, chat, I know you can do that. Let's get us to halfway during this run or even further beyond. 45K is just within reach. Exclamation mark donate to donate towards Malala Fund, who are doing great work providing education for women and girls all throughout the world.
Also, can I just point out? I got so jump scared whenever you have normal music on a level and use chaos control. The
literally
music
just this
slows
level.
down, and if
Yeah.
Esther literally only has normal music on this level because of, I believe, Lily's
It makes
request.
Lily happy.
It makes me happy because it's my favorite level, my favorite song. I love this level so much. It's so cool. We didn't even get to talk about the out of bounds a second ago. It was so cool. Anyway.
Yeah, essentially, you can just wing tech up onto one of the walls that you're not meant to be on top of, and then because you're high enough, it'll let you jump out of the 2D trigger, and then you can just fly further into the level. Pretty much what we saw in Arc 2. And now we're on to Metal Overlord, which is another boss.
Best boss on the run. Best boss on the run. Best boss on the run.
I think Mephiles is better. I'm sorry.
Mephiles is better.
They're close.
Best music, though, hands down. This is a bop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I point out something really stupid about the Frontier vocal tracks? Okay, I love the metalcore Frontier tracks. They are great. I wish I could have them on more things, but for some reason, the Frontier vocal tracks are just completely and totally incorrectly audio balanced. If you
it's so much quieter than everything else.
If you go and set it to one of your levels in game right now, it will be so much quieter than literally anything else that you can put on it, and it sucks because they're probably the best songs in the DLC
songs in the game.
They're the best songs. Also, one of my favorite tricks in the game right here.
Yeah, essentially that dash pad gives you big speed. So we just keep that speed. Just keep jumping.
Yeah.
And then we've got to hit this chaos control point so that we can do big damage and then go on to the next phase.
Yeah, so basically that's very, very tight management of hitting the rubble back there, dealing very, very tight amounts of chip damage so that you have exactly 1 bar left by the final straightaway so that you can just keep on spamming those spins. It saves about a second or two if you can keep going with that momentum. And if you have done everything just right, then you should be able to skip a very lengthy part of that phase. And just go straight to this part. And I love it. It's so good. And I hope you guys like spamming E on your keyboard, because that's all that is for the first 20 seconds of this phase.
Something Ocarina of Time Ganondorf tennis. I just had to get it out. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's fine. We have the good music, even if this phase is just hitting missiles.
I'm too tired for the cliches this run.
Coming up, we've got a cutscene skip here. Essentially, normally what we would do is we would blow up this ship with spears and chaos control and then trigger a cutscene. But what we can do is hopefully
Come on.
hit it.
Come on.
Yeah.
She's got it.
Yes, there you go.
It's so cool. It's so cool. It's so cool.
Basically the exact maximum amount of rubble to deal enough damage to kill the boss without triggering the cutscene because you didn't chaos control. So that saves about 5 seconds. And now we're done with Metal Overlord. I would like to say something about the QTEs in this game.
Yes,
you didn't actually see them.
I was literally about to bring that up.
You can have it. You can have this, Lily.
Yeah, one of my favorite silly things about this game is that to be really cool and awesome, Shadow has these cute little QTEs that pop up at the end of boss fights in certain moments where you have to push like the X button on the Xbox controller, and it's like, oh, it's so cool. Like, I did that. I beat that guy.
That's the wrong boss.
And then you find out that the QTE actually doesn't matter at all. You can just not press it and it still works. And you can also literally push any other key on your keyboard, your controller, anything, and it just successes every time. There are no QTEs, even though they want you to think there are. It's very
No. There's a single QTE, and it is the iconic missile QTE at the very start of the game,
one that
which
we don't
skip.
play.
We skip it, yeah.
Yeah, Chaos Island 1. This is not the Kingdom Valley one.
No wings. This is my favorite level. It's not particularly standout, but no wings. This is so good. This is so fun.
There's not really any big skip in this level. Trust me, we've tried. There is nothing. At least nothing yet. So what we do instead is a lot of big focus on movement, and much like Kingdom Valley 1, big focus on just wing teching everywhere. Whoa. Okay.
I'm sorry. Did I hear movement?
Yeah, you're movement.
I want to see some movement on that incentive, by the way, chat. We are still about $1,290 away from that $3,000 that we need for the Resident Evil 4 remake, Save the Dog. And as a reminder, that's our next run, A. And B, that closes about 15 minutes into the run. So that means that Shadow Gang, You are our savior for Save the Dog. Y'all should donate so that we can get to the midpoint on that incentive. As I'm looking at it, we have crossed 1.3 on Save the Dog. Can we get to 1.5 and beyond? We are also only about $400 away from $45,000. I'd love to be able to announce that during our Shadow Generations run here. So go ahead and type !donate in chat to donate to Malala Fund and get that dog saved.
What Esther just tried to do was what we call volcano skip. So normally, as you're going to see right here, you have to go along these rails and then shadow aura farms, and you get to see the volcano in the background. You can see it blow up. It's really cool. It is a really cool cutscene. I love it. Now
that's Sonic doing pinball. That's Sonic doing pinball right there.
Yeah.
Ironically.
No, he's doing pinball skip. He's doing pinball skip. He's a real speedrunner.
But yeah, you could use wings, get some extra speed off of that rail, and you could just go completely around the animation. It's honestly really cool, but it's really, really tight.
The camera there is a massive pain. It does not want you doing that.
Yep.
You can't see
it. It wants you to look at the cool thing. You're denying its purpose.
That volcano had to do so much effort to erupt like that. You just didn't want to see it.
And you just skipped it. Yeah.
You just wanted nothing to do with it. Oh my god, Esther.
Sonic worked so hard with that silly pinball game just for you to skip it.
No, Sonic skipped the pinball game.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Got about like 1 donation here, I think.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, just
we got $50 from Robert, who says 500 or 50K hype. 50K hype. We are getting there, but first we need to get to 45K hype. And we also have $5 from Project Zeta, who says, let's go, Esther. Very excited and a bit proud to see you on GDQ. But an important question, is a horse a chair?
Oh my god.
And just like that, we just shot up. Sorry, as I'm speaking, I must update y'all that we are at 1.6K on Save the Dog. Oh my goodness, that means we are only about 100 away from 45K. So let's donate to get to that 45K and put those donations towards Save the Dog. Thank you so much.
For context on that donation, that's actually one of my it used to be one of my teachers. I graduated college.
Whoa!
Congratulations.
And he
that's awesome.
And he spent a class talking about like requirements and stuff, like functional and non-functional requirements. It was like, oh, a chair is something you sit on with 4 legs, so a horse is a chair. It was like, yeah, it was a beautiful lesson. But yeah, very cool to see that donation. This boss is a lot more involved than the other bosses. The start of this phase was if you saw us beating Mephiles up. What we want to do is just combo and combo and combo on him to get him to a certain health threshold, so that after we do that second attack into him, we can just immediately throw him into those rock things that you see up there and trigger the second phase.
Hey, Esther.
Just a lot of beating up Mephiles, honestly.
Hey, Esther, I would really like to quickly remind you also, since this is all stages and you can do levels out of order, you absolutely forgot to do CI2, so you do need to go back and do that for the run to be valid. Just to let you know, the run is still valid. You forgot it.
Okay, no, I got a PB without doing CI2, and I was like, wait. How am I there's a suspiciously large lack of Chaos Island 2 there. And the thing is, I thought you skipped Chaos Island 2 because that's one of the biggest tricks in the game, and you were going to go back because we were in the mid-donation, so that we can actually properly explain it.
We're just teasing it.
Yeah,
the crazy thing is, when I said we have time for a donation, I genuinely thought we were going straight into Mephiles. I was like, oh, we have time in Chaos Island 1.
Wow.
The reason I said just barely is because we were about to explain Slingshot.
This is why we have the couch. Thank you, couch.
This is why we have the couch. This has happened before. In practice runs, this has happened before. This is what happens when you don't run with a live split next to you.
I would like to mention this is why I'm a verifier. I got you, fam.
Esther, I've skipped CI2 with the live split. Okay,
we were just teasing the biggest skip in the game. This is something called Fling Shot. It's simultaneously incredibly cool, but also pain and suffering. What we want to do is there's this thing here called a half loop launch. Essentially, these like, do I get it? No.
Okay.
Those like half loop things. No, it's still not high enough. If you jump with your
That's good.
stick in neutral position, it gives you way more height, and you can use that height to escape the 2D trigger. Whoa.
What was that?
Yeah.
Game.
Yeah. So what happens is we want to go back into that automation to break it, but breaking automation is risky, and sometimes it just puts you on the bottom of the loop. This trick is a massive run killer, but it is also really cool. So I want to show it off.
There we go.
Here's
Yep,
the
we're
cool
good.
thing also about all stages, where you get to play levels in any order. You can start with all the hard ones. Oh, and you're gonna fling up for you that loop.
There we go. Come on. Go.
There is a whole level down there. There is a whole level down there.
My God. If I'm not mistaken, at that like final island there, only like the final platform that the Goring is on has collision. Yeah, so if you
only the
don't
final
land exactly
platform.
on that platform, nothing else has collision. It's crazy.
I would like to also share something very funny. That is one of the only levels I think that you could be in under 30 seconds without like really like cheating, I want to say. There's an online mode in this game where you can submit times to their online leaderboards. If you have a time that is under 30 seconds, Sega considers that cheated. However, there's absolutely nothing cheated about that, and your run will never be posted on the boards. Or I think it gets just set to 30 seconds flat or something.
No, under 30 seconds doesn't get posted. You need to get exactly 30 seconds to have world record, which I believe Moha has
That is
in-game
so
world
Drake.
record.
I love Moha. Shout out to
Me
Moha.
Yeah,
Shout out to
I
love Moha
the
so
first
much.
person to do sub 1 any percent, one of two. He is my absolute goat.
He is my goat. I love Moha
And
so
coming
much.
up, we've got probably the most iconic fling of the game, I would say.
Yep.
I'd say so.
Loop,
This
you
is the-
can
this
just
is the
jump
grand-
out.
This is the granddaddy of all flings.
All right. Gotta
So you're
look
gonna
into
fall back
this.
into this loop. I'm gonna let her have a minute.
Right, and I'm gonna use these buildings that are about to pop in to guide me. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, no, that's not
Yeah,
it.
that's
You
it.
lost your
Is
wings.
that gonna death plane me? Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh.
Problem with that is that if you stomp, you can't get out of the stomp. So what happens is you will just keep falling. Like if you don't stomp into a death plane, you just keep falling. You have to retry the level. It's great. So yeah, this just lets you skip to sometimes the end of the level, sometimes not. What happens when you
my
boost
God.
timing here? It's a very tight boost timing for whatever reason. With this trick and this trick alone, the timing on the spear glide with the air boost is very exact. So if you don't get the perfect timing with the spear, you just lose all your speed. It doesn't behave like that literally anywhere else. So I don't know what's going on. Do I got this? No.
No.
Darn.
This trick is incredibly difficult because you're going so fast and there's a bunch of invis walls and there's also not much ground. If you haven't noticed, there's really not... Oh yeah, sometimes that can happen too.
Oh, you're not gonna get
Additionally,
killed back here.
I will try and fall into a death plane. Okay, what happens
Additionally-
here, I can just wait for 10 seconds and I will die. It's fine.
While we're waiting for 10
additionally-
seconds, I'm going to sneak
Yeah, we
this
got
in.
dono,
Sorry.
we got dono.
We've
Go
got $300 from Atomic, who says, I am Shadow the
Yo!
Hedgehog. I choose my own destiny. Go, Esther, :3, and show off the true power of chaos control. Also, no train in RC1. Couldn't be more disappointed. Well, I couldn't be more thrilled with your generosity. Thank you so much. We are $78 away from 45K.
There you go.
Please get us there and apply
hell
towards
yeah.
that save the dog incentive.
Yeah. Atomic is the console GOAT of this game.
Yo.
Console is at a massive disadvantage because it can only go up to 60 FPS on PS5 and Xbox Series X, whereas PC can go up to 120. And there are a lot of tricks in this run that you saw are actually 120 FPS locked. But Atomic, even then, is able to compete with PC runners, even without those tricks. Genuinely an amazing runner, and I'm so grateful for that donation to an amazing cause. $300, an amazing amount. Speaking of donating to an amazing cause, you guys should donate to an amazing cause too. Donate to the Malala Fund, donate to Save the Dog.
That's right. And as a reminder, we're only $78 away from 45K. I really want to announce that as soon as possible. So come on, chat. Go $10, go mode, go whatever mode you'd like, and click the link in !donate in the chat, or click on donate to charity right under your screen right there. That is our Twitch charity tool. And you can still apply your donation towards an incentive by clicking on the GDQ logo on the screen after you've donated using that tool as well.
as if you might have seen me lower the FPS there. Apologies for committing sin on GDQ, but unfortunately I have to.
You've offended me brutally, and my day is ruined.
Yeah, unfortunately, this trick, what happens with the reason some flings are only possible on 120 FPS is because the fling speed scales with FPS. This fling, called teleport fling, scales so much that it's actually incredibly hard to control on 120. So being slower is actually faster. Let's see. Yeah, you see why it's called teleport fling?
Wait, where are you?
I don't see the level.
I think you're way too high.
Oh, no, I see the level over there.
Wait.
What is that?
No, wait. You're way earlier on. Wait, you actually have to play the level. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the level. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, so typically with that, you can literally fling yourself all over the very end of the level and just go right to the goal ring. Like, you're floating by the goal ring. You can do that without wings as well. It's just infinitely harder. I don't even know how many people have done that.
No, people have done it in ILs, and I think Mohar did it in an all stages wings run actually, because he's crazy like that.
No, I think it was a no stages, all stages, no stages, all wings. Yes,
all stages, no wings. Yeah. Did I think no stages?
No, I know
no stages run.
I said no stages. I said no stages.
Yeah, we're not playing that. I mean, that's basically what this run is. We're not playing the stages. We're barely playing the stages. But yeah, he did it in a single all stages, no wings run, and he's also done it in ILs. There's like pause buffering tech. I'd encourage you to look at the Radical Highway 2 ILs. They're really fun.
Shout out to ILs real quick, because they measure off of in-game timers, so you get to do some chaos control routing. It's insanely creative. I really like ILs.
Yeah, both of those Radical Highways are some of the hardest flings in the run, and they're also at the end of the run, which is in any percent, which causes so many problems for any percent runners. I saved myself from that horror by stopping myself from playing any percent. But if you speak to an any percent runner, they will tell you about the horrors of Radical Highway. And this
$28 to go till 45K. Who's gonna do it?
Oh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen during Devil Doom.
It's gonna happen. This first phase of Devil Doom, Shadow's finally beating up his dad. He got very angry. It's mostly just what we did with Metal Overlord. There's not really too much to talk about here, so we've got time for about 2 donations.
Fantastic. I've got $25 from By Hubris, who says, "You mean to tell me a Shadow Sonic this generation?" I think so. I think that did indeed happen.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we've got $25 from Oscar, who says, "Keep up the good work." That is what we are doing here. We are donating towards Malala Fund, an incredible cause, bringing education to women and girls all around the world, making the world a more equitable place. And we are literally $28 away from 45K. Can we please get it?
Who's going to be the one that crosses the line? Who's going to be one that crosses the line? Who's going to be the donation that crosses the line?
Exclamation mark donate and apply that to the Save the Dog RE4 remake. Remember, that one closes 15 minutes into the next run. So Shadow Gang, you have been our heroes. We are at 1,675 out of that. We would also cross 1.7 if we got that 45K and applied it to Save the Dog. So come on, chat, let's go.
This phase of Devil Doom is just it's a lot of cool Doom morph parkour essentially. What you can do with Doom morph that we hello?
Oh, what?
It would not be a GDQ run of Shadow Generations if Layla did not hyperventilate. Every single time we've been up here, you hyperventilated. Every time.
No, that's because every single time we get here, Esther always gives me a heart attack in the Doom morph section.
Yeah, you're doing essentially a boost jump. For whatever reason, when you jump with Doom morph, just like with Doom Surf, you don't lose very much speed. So you can boost and then immediately jump and you can go zooming. So we were using that for a lot of parkour to get to the eye faster, because the normal platforming is relatively slow. And yeah, I don't know what happened there. I guess I get my GDQ obligatory. That's never happened before.
We've already had that.
I guess I landed on Doom himself. I don't know. And then this phase, we get to use Doom Wings in the boss. It's mostly just the same as the Doom Surf phase, except we're in midair now, so I'm going to use this time. I think we got one more donation, and I'll get into end of run thank yous.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness, we are Let me do the math on that. We are $18 away from 45K. Come on, chat. We got to get this during Devil Doom! Exclamation mark donate right now to get us to that 45K. Oh, and we just got it. Thank you so much, chat. $1,000 to Malala Fund. Incredible. And that also brings us to $1,743 towards Save the Dog. Remember, we still only have a little bit into next run to be able to do that. So, Shadow Gang, you are going above and beyond. Please go ahead and boost into that incentive. We've got $50 from Fierce Wolf, who says, save the wolf. Dog. Wolf dog. Less than 3. Thank you so much. Keep it coming.
We're heading into the end of the run here. Time will be coming up in a cutscene in about 1 minute. So I just want to say a massive thank you to my commentators, everyone in the Sonic X Shadow Generation speedrunning Discord, genuinely an amazing community. I only started speedrunning when this game came out in like October. Yeah, it was October. So literally like 11 months ago, maybe like 10 months ago, because it was the end of the month. And I did not expect that playing the silly game for fun would get me this far. Genuinely, such an amazing, supportive community, so many cool people. And I'd also like to say thank you to all the Fatale staff running this. Thank you to Satan for hosting this run. And thank you to my commentators as well for being here, being amazing people, being an amazing presence on this run. Time is coming up soon. All right, time is in 3, 2, 1, and that's time. GG. What was RTA?
It'll take just a second for mine to catch up so that I can tell you. Timer?
Very silly thing I want to mention.
Delay.
Very silly thing I'll mention while we're waiting for that. This cutscene is all sorts of messed up. So Esther has changed the song with Undefeatable from Sonic Frontiers. Fantastic song. But this cutscene right here plays the song in it as well. It plays something completely different when you're playing the actual game. So it just restarts. It's really silly.
Yeah. It's really weird.
It's also stretched. It's also stretched out, or like weird
for some reason.
I do love that.
So this isn't the only cutscene that's stretched. The June Blast cutscene is also stretched. I think there's like one more other. I think.
There's also.
I would love to have some long donations in more for RE4, and also that time was a 42:30 RTA.
Ooh, nice.
That's faster than my load remove.
Let's go.
To my commentators, is there anything you'd like to say for the end of the run?
I'm gonna go play Silk Song.
Wow.
I'm gonna go play Hollow Knight. It's fine.
Actually,
I need to finish
Layla.
that first.
Play for Silk Song. No, we're not going to play it, but donate for it anyway.
We're gonna ignore the fact that it is currently 6:27 a.m.
That is perfect Silk Songing time, okay? Don't you agree that 6:27 is perfect Silk Songing time, okay?
Donate if you think that I should go play Silk Song right now.
I think somebody has a different opinion. Sorry, I'm going to sneak this in because I know you'll love it. $200 from Atomic, who says, "Hey, yeah, Esther, beat up that devil egg."
Oh my god! Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Atomic.
Oh my god.
All right, Lily Ray, anything you'd like to say?
I'm gonna also say thank you for having me on. It's been a lot of fun. I want to also say thank you to my fellow commentators. It's been a blast. Thank you to all my friends watching at home again. This has been incredible. This game is amazing. I hope more people can play this game. Ray, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for letting me be here. This was cool and fun and awesome. Shoutouts to Fatales. Yay!
Yeah!
Could I if I could cut it with like an actual message? Thank you, Esther, for having me. This is like the 3rd or 4th time you've gotten me on for one of these, and it's always a blast. I'm always like anxious about it, and then I have a way better time than I think I will.
I'm gonna give you a heart attack. It's fine.
It just sucks that it's always at 6:27 a.m.
Yeah, Australian nerve, unfortunately.
But thank you so much. This is so fun.
What I would like to say just before we close out is, as I mentioned earlier, we had a donation from one of my teachers, and as we know, Malala Fund is an amazing charity that focuses on getting education to women and girls. And as somebody who has had an amazing education from people like him, I recognize how important that is, and genuinely an amazing cause. Education is amazing. Everyone should have access to it. Please, please, please donate if you can. Such an amazing cause, such an amazing community here we have at Fatals raising money for this charity. It's genuinely just amazing. Like, I don't have words. It's amazing. But that's all I have to say. So, Satan, if you have anything you'd like to say.
I just thank you so much for being here and for having me as your host. This is always such a pleasure from having y'all on Creature Corner to here. I'm so proud of you, Esther, actually, unironically. This was a really fantastic run. We are almost to $2,000 on Save the Dog, by the way. So absolutely incredible work, y'all. Let's keep going on that. And thank you so much for showing us this incredibly broken and incredible Shadow the Hedgehog experience.
Thank you for having me.